Most of the time, friendships are formed based around two or more people with similar interests and hobbies. For us, our bond has always been something special. Doctor Who itself has been a part of our lives for many years and is responsible for our first meeting way back in school. That first day was the start of many events that followed and led to the creation of the Saturday Geeks. We have been on many explorations and had many adventures, but the Doctor Who experience was like a reminder and as proof to how strong we are as friends, and it will be a memory we shall cherish forever. Hello everyone and welcome to another video from Saturday Geeks with me, John Parker, and
me, Jack Koenig, and today folks, as you can see clearly behind me, we are at the Doctor Who experience here in Cardiff. Now we're literally about to go inside right now. We're a little bit late, a little bit slow for time, so we're going to get in right now and start the video off. So let's go for it, shall we?
Yeah.
We're in Wolverhampton train station right now, and we're getting ready to jump on the London train to Birmingham New Street. Can't wait. Anyway, should we go up to platform 3, shall we?
Yep.
Cross-country service to Bournemouth, calling at Birmingham New Street, Birmingham International, Coventry, Leamington Spa, Banbury, Oxford, Reading, Basingstoke, Winchester, Southampton Airport Parkway, Southampton Central, Brockenhurst and Bournemouth.
We're now on the London Midland train on the way to Birmingham New Street. Exciting. Never been to Cardiff before. First time, and it's not the first time ever. You?
No. I've been to Wales, but never to Cardiff.
So, experience for all of us. We just hope and pray that the next train, cross-country one, is going to be at least a decent trip. I'm dreading it, but at the same time, you know, it's going to be an experience. So, yeah. You've already started on the minstrels.
Hungry. Oh dear.
Welcome aboard this London Midland service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Tipton.
Tipton? Where the tulips?
What?
Oh, is it Tipton, did it say?
Tipton?
Oh, I thought it said Tipton.
What?
Tiptoe to the tulips.
Tiptoe to the tulips.
But tiptoe.
Tiptoe
Through the tulips.
Tiptoe to the tulips. Right folks, we're now in Birmingham New Street. John, if we continue walking, we're now looking for platform 12B and we're going to be getting on the cross-country train. God knows where this is going. I can't balance on this thing, can you? That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a face of excitement. Right folks, we are now on the cross-country train heading off to Cardiff Central. We'll be leaving approximately...
Bang on time, look at that.
I know.
That's what you call a good service.
Really?
Literally right on the second. That driver was timing that.
Literally just floored it. Right. Let's get these out. A big fat wad full of tickets. That cost me, I believe, a fortune, but still, a good fortune. Right folks, we have now literally arrived in Cardiff Central. We're actually here in Cardiff. It is actually unbelievable, but yes, we are here. We're now going to find the exit and then we're going to go through a bit of a trek. We seem to just quite like it over here, don't we? We do a lot of
walking.
treks. Oh, walking.
But it helps you get fit.
And it's a nice cool, I would say dry, but temporarily dry for the moment.
Although it's very misty.
Yeah, so it's about half an hour to get down there, so we're going to literally go out right now and try and find it, and then we'll start doing more when we get to the Millennium Centre and then the Doctor Who Experience. Ready? Yeah! Let's go for it. Right folks, we are now literally in Cardiff Bay. As you see from the shots that I will provide, we have literally gone past the Millennium Centre and of course the water thing.
Which you can see over there.
Yeah. What are we doing this? Right, yeah. And I believe this is the National Assembly for finals. So we're now literally it's about a 7-minute walk down that way to the Doctor Experience. It is now 12 minutes past 10, so we're okay for time. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, we are literally now in the museum part, exhibition part, whatever. I get confused with the words. From what I can already see around here, especially from that, oh god, it's amazing. Hang on, John. Oh. Look at that. Do you think that's actually the real sign they used to use?
Probably. No, they'd probably have most of the old relics here anyway, the official ones. Why would they make a replica of it? It would be a waste of money.
True. Come on, you've sold it.
Oh, that must be the place with the bullet sign one.
Go on, get in. Just tell you what, get in on the other side of the stalking thingy. Oh, fantastic. That was from Adventure in Space and Time.
Oh, which explains what that is.
I'm not sure if actually... What, in Adventure in Space and Time, do you think? I don't know. Yeah, because if you remember, they actually had to postpone the broadcasting, didn't they? Because of the Kennedy assassination.
Had to postpone what?
They had to postpone the actual broadcast of the episode, the first episode, because of the Kennedy assassination. Or, I think they did, but because of how big that news was, they didn't actually, they actually rebroadcasted it again the following day or the following week, I can't quite remember. But now I think I think these are actually from the actual real set, not Adventure Space and Time, but the 1960s one. Not bad, don't you think?
It isn't. They never had the that back wall, did they, in the console?
Obviously not now, so let's move parts out. Well, folks, this is an honour for us both, I think, being in front of the actual Tennant console itself.
To think he was around.
I know.
This is a refurbished original, I should say, because they blew it up. So.
Yeah, in the very last few days. Although, mind you, I wouldn't mind. Just think about this, for example. Just, you know.
That looks like the original.
It's gotta be.
Just old.
However, that itself is attractive. Oh, and that in the corner there, that's the seats as well. What do you think so far?
Loving it.
Absolutely amazing.
Most of these, if not all of them, are the original.
Now, I have to admit, people have actually told me before that this is not much. The experience wasn't much. They didn't think it was worth paying for, but I think this was worth.
First time
everything.
going, it really is.
Especially
new.
Especially the museum part.
Yeah.
Hang on, was it the museum?
Experience part.
I'll call it the experience part. It's more like a virtual tour,
This
basically.
is the exhibition. That was the experience.
With the actor and like the visuals and everything, the effects. They're grabbing the crystals. Well, I actually managed to grab my own crystal. I volunteered for it to pull it out of the Dalek dome orb things. So we're now on the second floor of the exhibition.
Although, would it kill them to put actual proper working lights in those Daleks?
I suppose it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have hurt them.
Sometimes
But
have some daft cheap tricks, don't they?
yeah, I suppose. But no, there was 3 crystals, and 3 of us in each part of the experience tour got to pull it out of either a Dalek, a Whipping Angel, or a box. It was a box at the very end, wasn't it? Like a little chest. I grabbed the one out of the Dalek, someone grabbed the second one out of the Weeping Angel, and the third in the box. And that was the end of the tour. That itself was amazing. The interactivity.
Oh, and the 3D glasses.
They were good. Polarised technology. Honestly, I'm amazed they use polarised and not active. I'd prefer them to use active because it would have been more clear and higher
Although,
quality.
we absolutely, if you haven't been, I would recommend that you definitely
Oh
go
God,
do it
yeah.
again. Go and do that.
Especially now though, being as they are thinking, it's not confirmed, but obviously this place might close down.
Yeah, it is closing down apparently. They said
is.
it was confirmed.
So we picked a good time
At
for
least this place is. Maybe they'll do another one, but this is why we went now.
But either way, we're going to get up now and have a look around and explore more, and then we will, I think that'll be the exit then, and then we can get our merchandise packs later. Right, let's go for it.
Okay. Well, they broke that a bit, haven't they?
What, the top bit?
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes it original. That's what makes it, so you got the different dates and all that. So that was the first one, the one with the bloody, the great big lamp on the top. Tell you what, they looked more creepier in the actual 66 video. You got 67 to 68, which was using the 2 on the side north. Tom Baker's era, and I think that one, 85, that was Peter Davison's one, that was. Oh, don't forget the Cybermat. And then you got Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy, I think, for the last one.
show we saw his mouth moving. Does that mean that this actually has moved parts inside it?
It must do.
Or was that graphical effects? I think it was real. In which case, cool. There we go. Look.
That's
That
the
is
original.
as well.
These, I think these are all originals. Refurbished original. Hey John, make a wish. You know, I have to admit, the actual experience tour itself was beyond fantastic. It was, I wouldn't say awkward, because obviously I'm 21 now, I'm not a kid anymore. So going through all that, you know, through the planet Skaro in the TARDIS, messing with the controls, you know, seeing the Weeping Angels up close, even though, by the way, that was beyond amazing. You know,
the real models, certainly.
Yes.
The ones that without the costume on.
I couldn't help but feeling a little bit awkward in the sense that obviously this is for kids, and I'm like, oh god, you know. Because I've grown out of that slightly,
I had the same awkward experience.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
you get what
20,
I mean.
and I was still constantly smiling throughout it because I was thinking to myself, she's trying herself. The woman who was given the experience, she was trying her best to stay in character, and she was doing really great. I mean, she was fantastic at acting, but I was still feeling the awkward feel because it was like, I know it's not real, but it's, you know, it comes across as it is. It's funny,
especially. I mean, I definitely went for it. The bit obviously you guys never saw was that at one point, well, through the experience, it's like a little collection thing. So it's essentially a game. It was a game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like it was finding crystals. Yeah,
and we were literally partaking in that experience. There was 3 crystals that needed to get. One was from the inside of a Dalek. The other one was the hand of a weeping angel. The third one was like a little chest in the I Am Foreman yard. I was the first to volunteer for the Dalek one. This one didn't bother.
Well, as I said, I was awkward, so I didn't really want to put myself, because I don't know whether you noticed, Jack, but at the point when you took the crystal out the Dalek, he turned his head towards you, and if I was there, I'd have overreacted, because that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah, and in all fairness, the actual stage bit that I was on, where the Dalek was mounted on top of, was kind of a bit of a cramped one. Therefore, if you'd have reacted as you did, you would have fallen down the steps, most likely.
I'd have gone, ah!
Yeah, more than likely. I don't know what I was thinking actually when I volunteered. Right, I just thought, right, she's asked. It's quiet.
Literally, because no one else bothered. So he was there going, and I was like, no.
Yeah, it was me kind of like going, just looking around, going, and I went.
He didn't do that. He's being over
cocky.
cocky.
I did kind of try, and when I raised my head, I didn't actually make eye contact with the woman. I was like, yeah, just over here a little bit, and then she went, okay, come on, and just went for it. It was
well, she needed someone to volunteer, so I suppose you were the her scapegoat there.
True. I do think that if I hadn't have volunteered, no one would.
It would have gone awkward. It would have gone weird. So I suppose you saved the day.
Indeed.
First time ever, we had we call him omnisexual, but basically we had a gay man playing a hero on television who didn't care about his sexuality.
The actual venue itself, fantastic. The fact that it could be possibly closing in, what was it?
2017, next year.
Did they give a month? It was July or something, wasn't it? Something like that.
I don't know.
Which is a bit
I
unfortunate,
just know that it's closing soon.
because that is the wrong time to close when school holidays are around.
Because I've never been and Jack had never been, and so this was our first time. And to be honest with you, I'm really glad that we actually got a chance to go and experience
I
what
do
it
think
was.
though, if we hadn't have read that post about it closing down, we wouldn't have gone.
No, we would have
It was
missed it.
because of that we thought, no, this has to be something.
And I do have to show you guys, if I can pull this out. Hang on. Ugh. It's a little bit crimpled because it was raining all day, and so the water got to it in our bags. However, this is our photo that we took. Which I don't know whether we'll show this in the video at any point. But
I'll put an actual overlay over this clip right now and
okay,
show
but
you what it's for.
that's what we've got. Oh, there we go. So that was us dressing up in fake props. They weren't the real ones, but you know, and that wasn't the real TARDIS because the real one was locked off.
Yep.
For filming.
It was just a green screen.
But it was a green screen. Hang on one second. Oh, there we go. The chair.
But saying that, in that, when obviously you've obviously seen the video clips, the actual footage itself, we actually saw and went on the Tenant console, which
Yes.
was obviously refurbished.
And they've made it now so that you can go around the first half of the console, and it's fantastic. And I was talking to my friends on Skype, that the Day of the Doctor episode, the scene with David Tennant quickly running into his
With
console,
all three of them.
yeah, with all three of them, we think,
Cool.
it's not been confirmed, that they used that same area. And the reason for that is, that was, I think, the only console that they had at the time,
After they'd
exploded most of it.
during the
And
generation.
so they must have, and there was no reports that they'd closed it for filming. So we assume that they had quickly filmed early in the morning or late at night when no one was around. A quick shot, a quick scene there, because if you know in the episode, you notice in the episode, it was only on for a few seconds, and they quickly cut to the War Doctors, which was in the studio. So we assume, not proven obviously, that they did use the experience
But also,
as the scene set.
it did look more kind of cramped. It was a lot small. It was a lot smaller than obviously saw, but obviously with the right camera angles and the right, as they call it, movie magic, your scene can change dramatically. But no, all that was absolutely amazing.
Also, in the actual experience, the back wall was not the official roundels, and so I think if they did use the actual set, because if you look at the scene, the roundels look a lot 3D. They look too thick.
Yeah.
But when we were there, they didn't look as thick. They looked quite dark and looked like flat roundels.
Yeah.
So I assume they did that in post, or they put a backdrop there. Either a backdrop or a post editing.
I wonder if they might have used a green screen, you know. That's possible. They could have used a green screen, although obviously...
It was only a few seconds of footage, so they might have just used camera trickery and just done a picture background.
But now, on the note of like props and sets and all that, the part upstairs with all the costumes
stuff.
and all that, that in itself is great. And also the exterior with the
with
graffiti.
Yeah, the
art.
Clara Oswald
Yeah.
Memorial TARDIS exterior, as I call it.
Yeah, amazing. Absolutely astonishing.
Absolutely fantastic. And the thing is, all of the props that were there were all up to date. I think there were only a few props that I remember from the show that weren't there. I don't know why they probably weren't there. Probably some of the actors took them out, or they were used for something else. There was a few small things. I forgot what they were now, but I remember not seeing them.
I don't think any of the River Song, the Husbands of River Song, the last Christmas special, was in there.
No, because probably hadn't got that prepared yet.
Because I'd imagine they'd have showed Hydroflax, the big red robot. Remember?
Which one was that again?
Husbands of River Song, with...
Yes.
I don't remember seeing that anywhere, did you? No, I don't think we did.
So.
No, so I think they're a little bit behind with that.
They had all their costumes though, I think.
Oh yeah. There you go, look, the entrance and the exit to the Torchwood Hub.
Yeah. Gotta tell you what.
Lights are off. What?
I'd absolutely love to be able to do an episode of Doctor Who.
What?
With the actual props.
Oh,
imagine getting a partnership with the BBC. That would just
But now,
that would be it.
I didn't notice all that. Is that like their whiteboard or something? Is that Universal Roaming? That's the Universal Roaming logo, isn't it? Or the Gallifreyan text, they call it. Still, same thing. It's amazing stuff.
Again.
Right, do you wanna...
I'll tell you something, there's nothing more scary than seeing a gun pointing at us.
Dead. Shoes as well. The best thing about the experience as well is that the props are all either originals, refurbished originals, so if they blew a section of it up and they've had to redo, or with the Cybermen, those are all refurbished originals, I think, apart from one, because the heads were too small, and if you think about it, the heads would have been made specifically for the actors, or very close to, and the heads that they experienced were really tiny, like only that big. What fascinated me the most, that some of the props were actually on loan.
Yes.
So somewhere out there, I imagine someone who owns that prop is getting paid on a frequent basis. A bit of money. Right folks, we have literally now exited the exhibition. We're now going into the shop to get our merchandise packs, and then we're going to have a look more around Cardiff, aren't we? Yeah? Okay, right, see you guys around there. Well folks, we've now officially come to the end of the Doctor Who experience. We've just gone through the gift shop and got our merchandise packs, and we're now about to head out in the pouring rain.
Cardiff weather.
I know. We're going to have a look around Cardiff a bit more and obviously show us some of the sites, especially the Millennium Centre as well. And then probably just show us too in a cafe somewhere. We need to go find a cafe and get something to eat. So we're exiting now, and we're going to be going to Cardiff. So, see you guys later. But the biggest thing of all for the whole day out was actually going to Cardiff itself.
Oh yeah, just to be around the area that David Tennant, Peter Argument, John Barrowman, Billy Piper, etc., etc.
Walked through.
I'd walked through, had filmed, experienced, and to be right next to the water tower and the Millennium.
Of course, getting footage of that was a little bit difficult, mainly because it was torrential rain. Who would have thought, eh? Being here.
Well, it was always possible.
Indeed it was.
Yeah, it was very foggy as well.
Yeah,
but
it was a great day for that.
But it was great as well because, as you guys know, there is a Cardiff in Second Life that was brought back by the original Doctor Who Experience team. And just to walk around the actual one and go, look at how similar, and at the same time how different. There are sections. And, you know, just be able to feel that. It's just fantastic. And I really did enjoy it. I just wish I could go on a day of, like a summer day, or a clear day. That would be nice and warm.
Well, if it is closing down in like July or something, it would be a little bit difficult.
Daft as it might sound, I actually want to see a new TARDIS design.
Do you?
Don't get me wrong, absolutely loving Matt Smith's and Peter Capaldi's two different colour variants of the console. Love it to bits.
It's time for something new.
Yeah, it's just I want them to think of something similar design, but
if Capaldi's leaving this year, which apparently might, then
maybe.
Who knows? And of course, Moffat's leaving as well. Therefore, it's gonna. Moffat leaving, like he did with Rusty Davies, is kind of going to open a lot of doorways for a lot of changes. Therefore, I mean, we could even see a logo change, even though I hope not, because that logo, I'd like...
It's very minimalistic, isn't it, the logo?
Yeah.
It's sci-fi minimalistic.
But no, it was an absolute fabulous day. We absolutely enjoyed ourselves.
If we could only have gone to see the actual console tour, because apparently I've seen videos online where you actually get to go around with a supervisor, obviously, a tour guide, around the actual set itself, and God, that would have been so good.
And you can get twice as close.
And the thing is, I remember one video that was short, one of the rounds had fell off. I think they were probably doing maintenance on it. But I was just thinking to myself, I'd just love to have Peter Capaldi's console. Oh dear.
I would have as well.
Well, technically it was Matt Smith's as well, they just did some modification to it, didn't they? So
overall, how would you rate the experience, the Doctor experience that is?
fantastic. And if you give a numerical value to that, in our generic reviews, 10, definitely.
An absolute 10.
I mean,
I think
there were a few things. There are a few things that I might drop a little bit, only because I'm like that. I find experiences hard to handle sometimes. I have to tell myself, no, this is all for the kids really as well as the adults.
Yeah.
And so you have to brush past the little kiddie parts and just think, right, this is what the BBC have tried to do for us, and it's up to date. It's up to date. The experience is up to date. So all the models, all the props, all the clothing, everything you see, as some of the photos that you see will show, are up to date.
Now, we actually managed to take a look at the recent TARDISes, except for Peter Capaldi's, of course.
Well, no, we did get to see Peter Capaldi's, but only the Clara, the floral Clara one.
The floor. No, I meant the interior.
Oh right, no.
Obviously, the interior we haven't seen because they're currently using that for film.
It's currently using for film, but also it wasn't available for us to buy the tickets.
Yeah. But now we actually went through and took a look at Matt Smith's console, the actual console, and we actually got to interact with the controls, although not exactly the way you'd think. It was like some little podium things on the side, something like that. And we actually kind of got a chance to fly the TARDIS in a way. That
the Smith version.
Yeah, that in itself kind of brought out our inner child, didn't it?
Oh,
it was absolutely phenomenal.
You didn't actually use the controls. You just you had these little joysticks you had to move about. I don't even know whether those joysticks actually did anything. I don't know if it was timer based.
No, they did, because when I moved the controls left, right, and literally up, down, the colours have changed. Did you notice?
I did notice there was colours. I didn't know they were changing because I wasn't looking at that section. I was too busy looking at the rotor. It was the actual Smith guys, the centre part. It wasn't the main room. The main room wasn't there. The Doctor scene, the scene as in that Peter Capaldi was in when he was jumped into the TARDIS on the screens that you see. That I think was the original official room, but the console itself was moved specifically for this experience, by the looks of it. and was actually the actual one, or at least a replica, because the colours that were being used was fantastically to the actual.
Yeah.
I mean, the way the panels lit up, the rotor, the sound effects, the feel of it really felt like you were actually in that experience, and I think they did quite a good job with the 4D experience there.
It was really good. I mean, especially the 3D part was interesting.
Oh yeah,
especially with the
they
whole,
said that we had to wear these glasses because it was really important for this.
There
time
was
thing.
a stereoscopic.
It was
3D
literally just a
element.
3D element, yeah.
Now, folks, we are going to try and walk up. I mean, as you can probably see, we are literally under shelter at the moment.
We are soaked. Because
absolutely
we
drenched.
didn't expect this, because when we came to Cardiff, it was mild, muggy and warm.
Oh, God, it was
and then
really
all of
warm.
a sudden it starts to spit rain and we're going, oh dear.
So basically the
maybe.
heavens has opened and
yeah,
we're
it's
like,
literally just... I don't know if you'll see any pictures or any shots of the sea currently, but it's just a covered in mist.
yes. Well, mind you, it's filthy anyway. It's what we would expect from Cardiff.
Well, what do you expect from Britain? Because very rare places in Britain you'll get clear water.
But we're going to try and have a walk up that way past the
we're
water tower
going to walk that
thing.
direction.
And our little walk into the Millennium Centre as well, if we can, of course. Which I'm pretty sure we can.
I just realised.
What?
I can't verify it though. There was a scene. I don't know. I think it was in Boomtown. Was it Boomtown? Can't remember now. But anyway, when they're running from the cracks in the ground, and they're running across there,
Yeah, there was one there.
and they were heading towards. It was the TARDIS, wasn't it? Was the TARDIS situated there at the end there?
Yes.
And they were running across, and the cracks were coming across the floor.
Don't forget as well,
And they went to a restaurant. I wonder if we could find that restaurant.
one key thing as well is that if you folks follow Torchwood as well, especially the Children of Earth series, don't forget at the end of the first episode, Captain Jack had the bomb in his stomach, and the entire Torchwood base blew up. And after the bomb exploded, it left a great big hole in the ground, and that was literally there. But of course, it was CGI. So right, let's go and have a explore, and then see what we can see and find. You alright, John? Here's your gingerbread muffin.
As sweet as a baker's oven.
I have no idea what you just said.
I have no idea what I should say.
Well, currently, folks, we are actually in the Millennium Centre right now, in the cafeteria section, having a white hot chocolate, which I'm quickly regretting because I imagine
a latte because I'm normal.
there's nothing wrong with having a white hot chocolate.
Literally, I would have gone for the same thing if I knew it was there.
Yeah, but this has got to be your more than your daily sugar intake, or at least what you should be. I mean,
Well, that's our buy down.
yeah, that is really getting to the back. Don't get me wrong, it's delicious, but a little bit sickly after a while. It's basically like sweetened milk, deeply sweetened milk.
Not that it's of any terrible importance to some of you, but for those who remember the old Cardiff sim in World, in Second Life, as some of you know, it's back now. It's already in World. It's in the Galaxy sim, and we're in the Millennium right now, which is part of the Millennium Centre. And as you can see, it's completely changed in design inside. And I just thought how much time has passed since that was built, when it was the old shopping centre, or has it always been like this? Because I don't remember, because of course I wasn't here. I bet then, and I'm sure it was modelled after the same design. So if it was originally a shopping centre of a similar model, then they've changed it completely. So.
But I mean, this one is particularly different because you've got this section here, which I will show on the video right now, and you've got another part which is like another cafeteria, another little mini one. But right behind us up those stairs, it's actually a studio and a theatre, a full-blown theatre. I'm talking like, well, I think we're talking like Wolverhampton Grand Theatre style. I mean, they've got all sorts of shows going on in the next few months and whatever. And that's really basically all it is. I mean, you can't get up those stairs without some sort of admission tickets.
Yes, there's staff at the front block.
And I mean, if you do go, I mean, there isn't one there, but if you do go up and obviously you try getting in somewhere, you'll get caught and then get in trouble. So, depending on what it was like a couple of years ago, like you said, I'm not sure if it was the same. It might have been. We just don't know.
No, we're not knowledgeable about that. If you do guys know what the Millennium did look like, if it wasn't the same as it currently is, let us know in the comments, because we would be fascinated to know.
Or send us an email to the website, either way.
And is it the same as the one in Second Life, or was the one in Second Life specifically designed for Second Life?
Wasn't the one in Katrina empty?
No, it had it had all the Doctor Who original.
Doctor Who,
in fact, if you go to the one currently in the world right now, because it was a re-res, it has got all the old stores,
am I right
including
the old stores.
The Snook builds as well, even though that's not available nowadays.
I mean, thing is though, in Second Life, would you really? I mean, for people who can't really get out much, who are physically unable to do what we're doing right now, I think Second Life for that kind of thing is good. It is a good thing.
I like the idea of taking a landmark and then putting it in world perfectly canon, so you can see every little minor detail.
What I think you should do is not so much the theatre, because you're not going to be able to get there, and you won't be able to take photos in there anyway. What I think is if they create the Millennium Centre again, which obviously they are.
Well, they've got it there. They don't know what to do with it.
Well, have this bit here, right now.
The cafe section. You
Also,
could use the theatre idea.
Well, no,
we just couldn't use the same idea.
I just mean use this front part, but the second part use the stores. Bring in the stores idea again, but this time have the cafeteria and the shopping part at the front.
It depends. All I can say is that the design looks really nice. I've never been inside the Millennium before. This is the first time I've been to Cardiff. It is different to what we have in world at the moment, so I would like to see it like this in world. That would be really cool.
Yeah, so would I.
But yeah, it's just fascinating. I just think it's lovely. I really am happy that I've been able to come here today. Even if it is a muggy day.
And wet.
Yeah.
But in any case, folks, that is more or less the end of our video. We're now going to finish off here and then go out and have a little look around again, just to absorb in the sights. But that's pretty much it from what we can show you. Until next time, folks, take care. See you soon. And let your geeky side out,
guys.
Bye.